power through. Barrel down and read a poem at 55 miles per hour and see if it makes a difference. No difference but for the whiskey that sits in the mason jar. Does it ever really feel like fleeing? I mean, truly ever. Running away? Like when kids shove Pez and Pez dispensers and all of their choose-your-own-adventure books into a duffel bag, plus the $2 they got from an older sister and say, "This is it. I'll go live under a bridge and find tadpoles in the creek. Forever and ever. Amen." Choose your own adventure wisely. Amen. The bitter taste of the unknown sits on the back of the tongue. Barrel down and roll the taste around in the mouth. Pennies. Read all about it. He moved to get away from all of the people who never got to know who he was. A bit of that was his fault, though. He never shouted himself loud and clear, standing on a city corner yelling, "Extra, extra, read all about it. Get your papers here. Here's a boy who likes boys and girls, truly both. Extra, extra." So on his first night in the new city, he went out and told the boy he liked boys and girls, truly both. He told the boy he also liked James Baldwin and was going to be a writer, truly a writer. He offered to write James Baldwin's name down. So when the boy was inside a bookstore and couldn't remember the single name of any writer, the boy could pull out the slip of paper and see James Baldwin, and the boy could buy one of James Baldwin's books. But the boy told him not to worry about it. The boy would get the name from him in the morning after they woke up together. And did he really like boys and girls, truly both? He said he did. But the boy didn't believe him. The boy said that his friend used to say that, but now he only likes boys, no girls. Sometimes when a door closes, another one closes also. Smooch. Do you know how it feels to have your ass tattooed? It's not so bad. It's kind of bad when you think about the needle entering the cheek over and over again, the way it pierces the skin, tears it apart to swap blood for ink. But when it's over and there's a nice Stegosaurus staring back at you, that's not so bad. Then there are two of them. There's one on your ass and one on mine, and when we line them up just right, it looks like they're kissing. Smooch. And that is the way it will always be from now until that great big helicopter in the sky comes and takes us away. Even then, the Stegosauruses come with us. It's not so bad. How to paint mountains in 3 easy steps. Step 1. You must immerse yourself in everything you want to do. If you want to plant a garden, go stand in the dirt barefoot for 20 minutes a day. Let the dirt and rocks slip between your toes. Let ladybugs travel the arches of your feet. Pack the dirt down with your heels until it feels as smooth as the wood floors inside. If you want to be a race car driver, imagine your fork is your race car and the peas on your plate are the other drivers. Race them around the track until they're all eaten up. Sleep in your car. Drive naked. So if you want to paint mountains, you must surround yourself with mountains. Don't just look at them, go stand on one. If you live in a city, then walk among the skyscrapers and imagine they are mountains. Choose a building and climb the stairs to the 46th floor. Stand in the hallway and notice the way the air conditioner clicks on. Imagine it's a change in wind direction. Read everything you can on mountains, but also on rocks and minerals and lakes and wind currents and sequoias and perseverance and geological timescales and Paul Bunyan and prairie dogs and vertical inclines. But that is not all for step 1. You must also immerse yourself in paint. Throw away your spoons and forks and knives and chopsticks. Replace all of your utensils with paintbrushes. Drink water from the same glass you rinse your brushes. Let paint replace everything it can and a few things it shouldn't. Your shampoo and leave-in conditioner. The olive oil that sits next to the stove. The fuel in your car's gas tank. Step 2. Choose a surface to cover with mountains. Many will choose canvas or a thick paper, but that is only because it's the first thing that comes to mind. Some may choose a tent or a piece of wood. This is better. Whatever you choose, it should be out of a desire to transform it. Maybe you'll choose the grumpy neighbor who always takes up 2 parking spots with his Mercedes. Maybe it will be your student loan documents detailing what it means to enter default. Maybe it will be the bedroom wall of the grocer clerk who always asks if you want to donate 10 cents to a nonprofit. Maybe you'll pull up an email from your mother asking why you never return her phone calls, and you'll choose to cover your laptop screen with mountains. Whatever you choose, it should be something that becomes entirely different once painted with mountains. Maybe the floorboards of your car, or the stack of mason jars in the backyard, or the billboard for the tax preparer, or the insides of your eyelids, or the garden you spent all summer planting, or the arches of your best friend's feet, or the cavity of a turkey right before it's placed in the oven for a holiday dinner. Whatever you choose, it should be perfect, but don't think about it too hard. If nothing comes to you, go for a walk, get in a fist fight with your neighbor, donate 10 cents to a nonprofit. It'll come to you. Step 3. It's been at least a year now since you decided you want to paint mountains, and you're finally ready to start painting. Choose a quiet corner or a loud public space. Lay out all of your materials. The brushes you've been using to eat all of your meals, the glass you've been drinking from and rinsing brushes in, the object you're going to paint. Find a cooking pan that is large enough to stand in and fill it with paint. Stand barefoot in the paint. Let the cool liquid envelop the toes, climb the foot to the ankle. Drip paint onto your clothes. Get it beneath your fingernails. Drip paint onto anything you're afraid to get dirty. Get it out of the way. Stand before the blank surface and close your eyes. Think about everything you've learned about mountains and then push it out of your mind. Kill your critics. Think about something else. Think about the fight you got in with your neighbor, how next time you might just key his car and leave it at that. Open your eyes. Paint, paint, paint. Paint until it's dark out and you realize all of your friends are at the bar by now. Realize it's too late to join them. Paint some more. Have fun. When you are finished, leave it alone. Don't look at it for 6 months. When you look at the painting in 6 months, realize it is all wrong. Realize that the mountains look like they grow out of the earth, which is wrong. Realize that painting mountains isn't at all like you thought it'd be. Realize the surface you chose is wrong. Wait 2 weeks. Choose a new surface. Try again. This time, think about how long it takes for mountains to form. Think about the geological time scale. Think about the earth being chiseled away from the mountains, not the other way around. Think about how mountains are piles of rocks, and rocks are the commonest things in the world. Think about how wind is the constant enemy of rocks. Think about how rocks are the constant enemy of rocks. Think about how glaciers are the constant enemy of rocks. Think about the glacial Lake Missoula flood. Think about the geological time scale. Realize a month has passed and you are still painting. Paint some more. When you are finished, realize it is all wrong, but you're getting closer. Wait another 2 weeks. Try again. It will take most painters 50 years to get it right. Don't fret. In 50 years, you will step back from the mountains you have finally perfected, and a great joy will wash over you. By then, you will have lost all of your friends. Your neighbor's grandson will now be the one who takes up 2 spots with his BMW. Your garden will be nothing but weeds and wildflowers, but that is no matter. Repeat. Thank you.